Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. I am so happy to present to you, John. John, tell us about you. Tell us about the business.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. This is credit card processing for your business, member spotlight for NEBA. What we're going to cover today is who I am, Stripe, Square, PayPal, how they compare to a merchant account, which is right for you. And if we have time, we'll answer a few questions. Why is the correct team so important? Does anybody know who Tenzing Norgay is? Put it in the chat if you know who he is. Shout it out. I can't see the chat, so I don't know if anybody's answering. Anyway, he was one of the first two people known to reach the summit of Mount Everest with Sir Edmund Hillary back in 1953. And Edmund Hillary tried a few times before bringing this guy on his team, and he didn't make it. So having the right team member can be the difference between success and failure. A little bit about me. I've been 22 years in the merchant services industry. I started with a company in 2003 called American Credit Card Processing, which was acquired by Priority Payment Systems back in 2015. And now I'm Priority Payment Systems Pompano Beach. That's my little shingle. I'm a Marine veteran and 20 plus years in B&I. Merchant account solutions. You have a couple of choices: Square, Stripe, PayPal, which are considered the aggregates, and then a true merchant account. Factors you should consider when choosing a merchant account provider. The ease of acceptance. Stripe, Square, PayPal are real simple. You put your name in a chat box, boom, you're approved. The next day you have the reader in your inbox. Why do you want to accept credit cards? Most people do not carry cash. They want the points. And 30 to 40% of people out there are using debit cards instead of credit cards. With customer service, Stripe, Square, PayPal, the aggregates is always going to be via chat or email until you get up to $250,000 per month. I like to joke, could you imagine doing $200,000 a month in credit cards and not have a phone number? Cost, Stripe, Square, PayPal, unless you have one of their POS type systems, do not have a monthly cost. Accepting credit cards is real simple. Anyone can do it, even a caveman type mentality. We're going to cover the three aspects of merchant processing: pricing, setup, risk, and disputes. And you're going to find that using an aggregate, especially if your business is going to scale up, is like driving around with your nail in your tire. It's going to fail. And when it does, it's going to be at the absolute worst possible time. It's going to be raining. It's going to be in the middle of the night. It's going to be on your way to an important client meeting that you can't be late for. And before that happens, you should consider what you're doing. So let's compare the two. Very simple upfront pricing with the aggregates, 3.5% plus 30 cents. That's compared to Interchange Plus, which, though more complex, could be as low as 0.35% with a debit card and 1.95% with a credit card. Stripe has done real well with integrating with a lot of platforms. Sometimes they're the only vendor of choice with certain things. And there's instant approval like we talked about before. Whereas with a true merchant account, you actually have to apply. There's underwriting. We look at financials. We pull credit, all these different things. And where that comes in is when you have a problem down the road, we've already vetted you with a true merchant account, where when you do a transaction that Stripe or Square doesn't like, that's when they do the vetting, and that's why they hold your funds. There's no monthly cost, chat, email support, and you don't have to worry about PCI compliance for aggregate, which makes life a lot easier, especially when you're small. But as you get bigger and you have issues, and there's always issues, you want to talk to someone. You want that 24/7 support. And the monthly fees can be easily offset by the savings and the transactional cost. And of course, with a true merchant account, you have to maintain PCI compliance. What can cause a problem for you? A spike in volume of transaction size. This is really where coaches come in. You're selling a $200 a month plan. All of a sudden, someone buys your VIP package for 10, 15 grand, or you put together a TEDx type conference and you go to 40,000 from your normal 4,000. That will cause a freeze or shutdown of your account while they check you out. And while you're chatting and emailing with bots and AR waiting for a response, you're nervous because you need that money to run your business. And it could take weeks, months, even years to get those funds released to you. One time I heard a story, a coach did a $10,000 transaction. They finally agreed to 300 bucks a month for 3 years. People say, well, can they do that? Are you going to spend 10 grand to hire an attorney to take 3 years to get your 10 grand anyway? Probably not. With a true merchant account, because the underwriting's done up front, a lot of this is avoided. If you do have a large transaction, you can speak with your representative, you can speak with customer service, you can provide documentation, it's reviewed by humans, and usually the funds released within days, sometimes not even held at all. Chargebacks. If you have a chargeback with an aggregate, you're going to lose every time because there's no assistance. Bots, AI deciding it. They have a cardholder bias, and it's all decisions are final. Whereas with a true merchant account, the card associations decide. You'll get assistance in supplying and filing your documentation. It's reviewed by humans, and there's an appeal process if you don't like it. And in that case, as long as you're not doing scammy stuff, you're going to win most of your chargebacks. And that could be the difference between putting you in business and out of business. I lost track of time. Oh, I got a couple of minutes left. So if there's any questions specific you have, we can put them in the chat. If you want to discuss something one-on-one with me, please schedule on my Calendly link, calendly.com, J Saluk. And where's my thing? Hold on. There we go. This is all the ways to get in touch with me. Follow me, connect with me. If you're not already following me, subscribing, connected, etc. And let me see if there's any questions. Oh, the two new Merrill and Bruce knew about Mount Everest. Any other questions? If
John,
not,
is this a good way to help businesses also save money? Is that maybe looking at their credit card processing bill and see if we can reduce costs?
we can definitely reduce costs. I don't like to lead with cost because I don't want to commoditize myself, because I can save you money more ways than I can just say, cut your rates. Give you one quick example. Let's say you're sitting with $100,000 in your business checking account because you got to cover payroll, you need money available to cover expenses, and you're earning 0.01% interest. But you're like, oh, necessary evil, I need the liquidity. Well, with my merchant account, you get a virtual passport bank account. With same day liquidity, you get 2.75%. And with 3-day liquidity, you get 4%. So just by opening your merchant account with me, moving that 100 to my passport, you went from making pennies a month to making hundreds of dollars a month on your money. And we haven't even looked at your merchant statement yet, and I made you a couple $100.
John, we had another question. Someone was wondering, can you describe what PCI compliance is?
Sure, payment card industry is what it stands for, and the full thing is DSS, Data Security Standard. Basically, that's your job as a merchant to help keep the whole network secure. The simplest things is do not store credit card information electronically. Do not ever say, I got this fantastic Excel spreadsheet with everyone's information, credit card, social, date of birth. No. Make sure you're not using default passwords. Make sure you're not using password 12345. Make sure your Wi-Fi is encrypted. Make sure your security cameras are on a different network. Those are the basic things. You're doing that, you're pretty much doing the best you can to not be hacked at our level.
Love it. John, thanks for presenting here today. We look forward to supporting your business. Please reach out to John with any questions. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.